presentation on the topic registration under GST presented by Ankita, MCom Final, MPM Government First Grade College, Karkala. Before moving the benefits or need for registration, first we will see what is registration under GST. Registration under GST, obtaining a unique number from the concerned tax authorities for the purpose of collecting tax on behalf of the government and to avail input tax credit for the taxes on his inward supplies. Benefits or need for registration. Registration under GST law provides the following benefits. First one, if turnover of the person exceeds the threshold limit, registration is the mandatory requirement and violation thereof is subject to the imposition of the penalty. When the aggregate turnover of the person exceeds Rs 20 lakh, registration is compulsory and also there is no imposition of the penalty. For example, a business owner whose annual turnover is expected to be 20 lakh in a financial year, so registration is compulsory for him. Second one, it legally recognizes the person as supplier of goods and or services. When we registered under GST, it legally recognizes the person as supplier of goods and services. It authorizes the collection of GST from the customer. It also gives permission to the suppliers to collection of GST from customer. It allows the claim of input tax credit of GST paid on purchase of goods and or services and utilizing the same for payment of taxes due on supply of goods and or services. When the customer purchase the goods and services, at that time they have to pay the tax. So it allows the input tax credit and also utilizing the same amount for payment of taxes due on supply of goods and services. Proper accounting of taxes paid on input goods and or services. There will be a proper ledger accounting are maintained for taxes payable on the input goods and services. Types of registration. In a registration, there will be three types. First one, mandatory registration. Second one, voluntary registration. Third one, registration by department. Mandatory registration. Every supplier shall be liable to be registered in the state or union territory from where he makes a taxable supply of goods if his aggregate turnover in a financial year exceeds the threshold limit of Rs 20 lakh for a special category states. When the supplier makes a taxable supply of goods, if his aggregate turnover in a financial year exceeds the threshold limit of Rs 40 lakh in general and Rs 20 lakh for a special category states, then registration is mandatory. Attention is drawn that threshold limit of Rs 40 lakh and Rs 20 lakh is proposed in case of supplier of goods, and for supplier of services, threshold limit has not been increased. So, therefore, for service provider, threshold limit of aggregate turnover is as usual Rs 20 lakh and Rs 10 lakh has been maintained. If in a case of supply of goods, the threshold limit is Rs 40 lakh and 20 lakh. If it exceeds Rs 40 lakh and 20 lakh, then registration is compulsory for supply of goods. In case of service provider, the threshold limit will be Rs 20 lakh and 10 lakh. If it exceeds Rs 20 lakh and 10 lakh, then registration is compulsory for a service provider. Special category states. For the purpose of 20 lakh threshold limit, following our special category states are Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura, Sikkim, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand. If the aggregate turnover of the person exceeds the threshold limit of Rs 20 lakh, at that time registration is compulsory for these special category states. Time limit for registration. Within 30 days from the date on which the person becomes liable in every such state or union territory in which he is so liable. However, a casual taxable person or a non-resident taxable person shall apply for registration at least 5 days prior to the commencement of a business. Every person who is liable to be registered shall apply for registration in every such state where he is liable. Within 30 days from the date he becomes liable for registration. If in case of casual taxable person or a non-resident taxable person shall also apply for registration at least 5 days prior to the commencement of the business. Person not liable to take registration. As per section 23 of CGST, the following person are not required to obtain GST registration if he engaged exclusively the following supplies. First one, engaged exclusively in the business of supplying goods and services that are either not liable to tax or are only exempt from tax under the GST law. It means that a person who is engaged in the business of goods and services which are partially exempt, he shall require to register provided he satisfy the registration requirements. If any person engaged exclusively in a business of supplying of goods and services or both that are not liable to tax or only exempt from tax under this act or under IGST Act does not require registration. Second one, an agriculturist to the extent of supply of produce out of cultivation of land. Therefore, if the agriculturist is engaged in the business of goods which are not produced out of cultivation of land, that is dairy farming, stock breeding, etc., he shall be required to register in the GST law. An agriculturist to the extent of supply of produce out of cultivation of land also does not require registration. The government may by notification specify the category of person who may be exempted from obtaining registration. The government may, on the recommendation of the council, by notification specify the category of a person who may be exempted from obtaining registration under this act. Voluntarily registration. Voluntary registration is a self-registration by the dealer in order to get listed within the GST framework. This means that the taxpayer whose turnover does not exceed ₹20 lakh limit can also do registration under GST. First one, any person who is not liable to obtain registration mandatorily may register voluntarily. All provision of GST law as are applicable to the registered person shall be applicable after registration. If any person who is not liable to obtain registration mandatorily, he may register voluntarily. After the registration, all the provision of GST law as are applicable to the registered person. Second one, the proper officer may, in the prescribed manner, cancel the registration of the taxable person who has taken voluntary registration and has not commenced business within 6 months from the date of registration. If an officer may in the prescribed manner cancel the registration of the taxable person, then he has taken voluntary registration and he has not get permission to do business within 6 months from the date of registration. Third one, however, now application for a cancellation of registration shall also be considered in cases of taxable person who has been registered voluntarily before the expiry of a period of 1 year from the effective date of registration. And earlier, voluntary registration was not cancelable before the expiry of 1 year of such registration. Registration by department. Where a person who is liable to be registered failed to obtain registration, the proper officer may proceed to register such person. If a person who is liable to be registered but he failed to obtain the registered, then the proper officer may proceed the registration such person. Second point, where during the course of any survey, inspection, search, inquiry, the proper officer finds that a person liable to registration has failed to apply for registration, such officer may register the said person on a temporary basis by issuing an order. Such registration shall be effective from the date of order granting registration. If in the case of during any course of survey, inspection, search or inquiry, at that time if an officer find any person who is liable to take registration but he failed to be registered, then the proper officer may register that person temporarily by issuing an order. Third one, every person to whom a temporary registration has been granted within a 90 days from the date of the grant of such registration shall submit an application for a registration unless the said person has filed an appeal against the grant of temporary registration. Procedures for registration. Format of the registration form is given in the GST registration rules and based upon the principal place of business. The applicant has facility to select his states and central jurisdictions, and based on that information application will be made to the concerned authority. In a GST registration, the government will follow some procedures. First, every person applying for registration, first he shall declare his permanent account number, mobile number, email ID, state or union territory in a part A of the form. It's GST registration number 1 on GST common portal. After the permanent account number, mobile number and email ID is validated, a temporary reference number is generated and communicated to the applicant. Then using the above generated temporary reference number, the applicant shall submit part B of the application form along with the relevant documents on the common portal. After completion of the above process, the application is forwarded to the officer for verification. At last, proper officer verify the details provided by the applicant and if found correct, he will grant registered certificate in the form of GST registered number 6. Documents for registration. Documents required for registration. Obtaining GST registration for a different categories of entity, that is sole proprietorship, partnership firm, limited liability partnership, private limited company, public limited company and one person company, and Hindu undivided family and foreign company. For a GST registration, there will be many documents are required for a different categories of entities, that is for a sole proprietorship, photo of a sole proprietor, copy of permanent account number, copy of address proof for registered office, that is electricity bill, water bill, landline bill, etc. Copy of legal ownership documents or municipal kata copy. Rent agreement and no objection certificate from the owner of the premises. Copy of the bank statement. For partnership firm, PAN card of the partnership firm and designated partners. Photograph of all the partners. Identity proof of all the partners. Copy of address proof of registered office, that includes electricity bill, water bill, landline bill, etc. Copy of legal ownership documents or municipal kata copy. Copy of partnership deed. Copy of bank statement. For limited liability partnership, permanent account number and designated partners. Photograph of the designated partners. Copy of the registration certificate of limited liability partnership, copy of limited liability partnership agreement, copy of the bank statement, copy of the board resolution. For a private limited company, public limited company and one person company, PAN card of a company and directors, copy of registration certificate of the company, photograph of all the directors, copy of identity proof of the directors, copy of the address proof registered officer, that is electricity bill, water bill, and copy of legal ownership documents or municipal kata copy, rent agreement and no objection certificate from the owner of the premises, copy of memorandum of association and article of association, copy of board of resolution. For undivided family, copy of PAN card, photograph and PAN of Karta, authorized signatory, photo, letter of authorization, copy of book statement or cross-check check or first page of passbook. For a foreign company, copy of certificate of establishment, photo of promoters, authorized signatory, photo, letter of authorization, copy of board resolution, copy of address proof of a registered office, that is electricity bill, water bill, landline bill, etc. Rent agreement and no objection certificate from the owner of the premises. For society, trust, member or club, copy of PAN card of society, trust, club, promoters and members, photography of the promoters or members, copy of the registration certificate, copy of bank statement, authorized signatory, photo, letter of authorization. Thank you.